If you're a business owner and you've been finding it hard to build a website, maybe because you've not seen a developer or um, you just can't afford it, today I'm going to show you how you can build that website by yourself using AI and a premium website. Let's get into it. Now, we'll head over to our browser. The first thing we have to do is search for Claude. Now take this as your AI assistant, as it's the AI tool that we're going to use to build our website easily. It won't take time. Now we'll go to Claude. All you have to do first of all is to create an account. As you can see, I am already logged in, but let me log out so that you can see what to do. Now what you have to do is, once you come to Claude.ai, you can create an account with either Google, let me see, or you enter your email. Now whatever one you do, you have to create your account, and I think you have to verify your phone number. There was a process that they added to verify your phone number. Once you do that, you get into it. Let me sign in back to my Claude account, or you can just continue with your Google account, which is more easier. Let me sign in back. So now I am inside Claude. So at first you will see, this whole chat interface like this. This is where you add your message. This is where you tell it what you want to do. The next thing you have to do is you send a message, or you can call it a prompt, but let's call it a message. You have to tell it, oh, I want you to do this thing. The next thing you have to say is, okay, I want to build a website. Explain everything about your business. I want to build a website for let's say a salon, a unisex salon. Give more details about it. A unisex salon that's located, let's say located in Lagos. It should have a premium style. It should have a premium style. Give it, explain more. That's what makes Claude give you more. The more you explain, the more you are more detailed. Just give it what you want. The more you are more detailed, the more it will give you something more unique. Now, the next thing after explaining everything about everything about your business and how you want your website to look like, you can tell it things like, okay, use modern trends for landing pages, for websites to build my website. You can tell it, once you see something like that, you can also give it sites to use as reference. You can copy some good sites and put it on this whole chat interface to give it a reference. Now, after you explain everything about your business, the next thing you have to do is to tell it to give me this file or my website as a downloadable HTML file. Now, what this does is that Claude will generate a HTML file. It is a file that you can easily use, and it will take us to the next part. But for now, this is all you have to tell it. Give me a website. Give me my website as a downloadable HTML file. That's all you have to do. And you press enter, or you click on this button here. Now, Claude is going to build this whole site for you, and everything is going to be fast. Claude is going to build the whole site for you. Now, it has finished building the website. You can see, its whole process, what it did to build your site. See, it even gave it a name. Now, if you were building this site, you can add more information. You can upload your logo. You can tell it the name of your business, so it just uses your name and it uses your logo. So this is just, for tutorial sake, I didn't give it much context. Just let's see what it does. Let's see the kind of site it built. Like I said, if you want it to be so unique, you have to add more description about your business. Put in your logo, put in your the name of your business, what your business is about, and so on. Even as much as adding a contact form. We'll get into that. But you can see it gave the name of, it gave us the name of the business. And if we scroll down, you can see it has a file here, a HTML file, and I can download it. You can see the name LA Crown. I'll click on download, and yeah, it has downloaded. Now, I can choose to just open this on my web browser. So if I open this here, it opens. Now, if you notice, there's no picture here. But yeah, the site is looking good so far. See, no pictures, no nothing. Now, this is one thing with AI. I can come back to AI. I can come back here, maybe edit. There's an edit button here. Click on edit and tell it that, oh, it should be premium. Use modern trends for the website design. I can also tell it use pictures, use good pictures. Because if you notice, what we saw that it didn't have pictures. It didn't have pictures, so we have to add pictures. Use good pictures for the website. Then another thing I want to add is I want it to have a contact form. And there's a reason why I want us to have a contact form. So for those businesses that maybe want people to contact them with a contact form, there's a way we can set it up. Once people click on the contact form, you receive a notification on your email. So we'll tell Claude to add a contact form at the bottom of the site, so that so that people can contact me. So that people can contact me. Then make sure you tell Claude that it should take notes that you're going to use Netlify for the contact form, which is the other platform we are going to check out. So you tell it to say use Netlify, or you say something like, I'm going to use Netlify for the forms. I'm going to use Netlify for the forms. So take notes. And lastly, give me this file on my website as a downloadable HTML file. And it will build it again, and it will give us that file. Let's see what it does. Now, Claude has finished building the site. You can see here, it added some pictures. Now, this is just the process. It's telling you what it has done, and it has given us the file back as a HTML file. We'll download it. We'll download it here, and let's check it out. Let's check out what it did. You can see I added some, some specifics, and it gave me this. Now, this is better than what we had before. It's better than the previous version. You can see it now. This looks better. It looks more premium. Yes, I didn't give it a location. That's why I didn't add any location here. Like I said, the more you specify, the more it gives you a unique website. Now you can see our contact us form here, and that's it. See the previous one we did. The previous one was okay, but yeah, it was just there because I didn't give it any specification. This is the previous one. It was there, no specification. But the one we have is looking better. It's looking better with more pictures. It makes it look unique. Now, the next thing we have to do is go to a site called Netlify. Netlify. Now, all you have to know is that Netlify is a site where you can, let's say, put your site. If you don't want to buy a domain, you can publish your site on Netlify. So if you don't want to buy your own domain, for now, you can manage publishing your site on Netlify. But it will be advisable later on for you to buy your own domain and hosting. We'll talk about that in another video. Now, but for this video, we'll be publishing the site we built on Netlify, on Claude, sorry. We'll be publishing it on Netlify. So I'll come to Netlify as usual. I'll create an account. You will see the whole process. Let me see, start building. Yeah, I know I don't have an account on this email, so I'll just create an account so you guys can see it. So I will sign up with Google. I don't want a whole lot of stress signing up with email. So I'll just go straight, sign up with Google, and I am going to be in. Yeah. So once I'm done, so signing up creating an account doesn't take you time. Once I'm done creating this account, I'll get into the dashboard of Netlify, and yes, okay, here I just have to set up some things. What's my name? Name is Samuel. And just give it any name, personal, work, or whatever. You can say you're a beginner or whatever, intermediate. You can choose anything. You can choose anything, and you can skip this process. Let me see what best describes your role. You can choose order. How did you hear? Just select things, name of your company or team. Continue to deploy. Let's go. So now on this page, since you just created your account, the next thing you have to do is to upload the file you downloaded, the HTML file you downloaded from Claude. So you can choose it from your folder, or you can just drag and drop. So here I think it's this one. I'll just drag and drop it here. Rename and deploy. So you want to rename and deploy your site, and your site is going to be deployed. What it means that people can access your site wherever they are. So it has deployed your site as at this point, because you'll be seeing a page like this. You will see your site link. Yes, it does not have the name of your business. It gives it some certain kind of name, and I'm going to show you how we can edit that name. We're going to change the name of the link. So I'll click on quick setup. Once I click on quick setup, I'll script this out. We'll script this out. Let's find a name. Let's see, Elay Crown. Elay Crown. Yeah, the project name is available. So now the thing about your link is that it will have the name of your business .netlify.app. So Netlify is the one helping you to host your website, helping you to host your website. So it will just have the netlify.app instead of .com. That's just the difference. And then you can update project name. Click on update project name. It has been updated. Take you to the next, and you can just finish this later instead of set, since you don't have a domain yet. Click on finish later, and you built your site. You basically built your site. If I click on this link now, the link is showing elaycrown.netlify.app, and it's going to show my website. The website I have built is still loading. Now everything is going to show your whole website. So instead of it having having that name, you can edit the name on Netlify and host it. So now the last thing you have to do is, since we already have a form on the website and we want to receive email notifications from this form, what we will do is we'll come to forms. Here I've already turned it on, but we'll come to form and we'll click on enable form detection. Once you click on enable form detection, you'll start receiving forms. But yes, once someone submits a form on your website, you receive forms. You can either come here to form notifications to add your email, or you can come here to add, see form submission notifications. I can say, okay, I want to receive email when someone sends a form, or when someone sends me a message. So I want to receive email. So for new form submission, which email are they going to notify? They are going to notify me, and whatever subject line, they can use whatever subject line, is optional, and I will just save this. Now what happens is, if someone submits, comes to my website here and clicks on this form, types in the information and submits, I would receive an email notification. We built the website on Claude, we deployed it on Netlify, and we also turned on Netlify forms so that we can be able to receive email notifications. This is how you can easily build your website as a business owner, in case in case you don't have the money to look for a developer, or you have not seen the right developer, just in case. And you can do this easily with your phone. See you guys in the next one.